Hi, so this is the sketch of my resource-based game, and I'll be starting with a preview of the game. So first, in the top left corner, you'll be able to see an HP, stamina, and compost bar. As you can see, the stamina bar is ticking down, and the player, the character is moving normally, but when it ticks down to 0, the character will start moving at a really slow pace. So in order to remedy that, the player should consume their food with the E. And in the top right, you can see the resource for the energy drinks going up and down as they're being used. So when I collect it, see 1 for being collected. And another mechanic that's implemented too is the compost mechanic, which is not completely functional right now. But essentially what it's supposed to do is when the player presses C like this, it converts food in the top right to compost material in the left, on the top left. And then when you go over to where there was energy drinks, then it replenishes it. But as you can see, it's not quite working right now, and it goes away. And that is my preview of my game so far. Now I'll show the events page. So at the top here, we could see the stamina timer initiates. This is the first thing the first thing at the top at least, that I implemented. And what that does essentially is every 1.5 seconds, the stamina of the player, the value of the stamina goes down by 1. Then the timer resets. This right here, these two actions synchronize the resource bars in the top left to the player variable for stamina and their health, same as this action right here. Synchronizes the blue dot bar to the compost material variable. Then this right here, this event right here is, I made it to check if all these conditions are true. So if the E key is pressed, there is food to be consumed. And if the stamina of the player isn't capped out at 10, for this to all trigger 1 time, which is to add 5 stamina to the player's resources, and to take away 1 food since they consumed it. And this event right here is the collision with, or I guess when the player collects a soft drink, then it makes the drink invisible, and in the score counter, I guess the food counter adds 1 to it and hides the energy drink. And right here, if the player doesn't monitor their stamina and drink energy drinks, and it goes down to 0 or below, then the speed of the character is set to 15 rather than the baseline at 50. This event is, these two are actually intended for the compost mechanic, but I haven't had that fully functional yet, since I don't really fully understand the timer mechanics within them, or the timer events within them. But essentially what's supposed to happen is checking if the C key is pressed for compost, and if there is food to be consumed, then the compost material is added, but then their food count is taken away. Then, when there is compost material available, when the player collides with an energy drink that is invisible actually, then it reveals one of the energy drinks, and it takes away one of their compost material. And this could only happen when the player actually does have compost material to be used. Then, if the player does eat food and increases their stamina, or just in the beginning of the game where their stamina is maxed out already, then their speed is set to 50 automatically. And that is the state of my sketch so far. Thank you.